In this little series of videos, I'm going to talk to you about engagement with your dog, how to start that two-way conversation with them, how to start asking them to play games, how to get them to start asking you that they want to play games, and those games will gradually progress into training. This is really good for when you first bring your dog home, either as a puppy or if you rescue a dog or take an older dog home where they don't know you, you don't know them. This is a really good way of just getting that bond. So this is just basically, we're going to be rewarding them for interacting with us. And it's very, very simplest, and we've got to find ways that we think that it's going to be fun for them and it's going to be fun and rewarding for us. So I'm going to take you through 5 different options. Some of them are for the more active dog and big dog, and some of them are much more for the softer dog. So if you've got, say, a rescue dog that you're not really sure of the background of, it's maybe a bit older, doesn't play as well as a bigger, rougher, younger dog might, just ramp everything back, do the really easy, soft ones for them. Always try and match their intensity. Don't try and big them up or calm them down at this stage. This is literally just asking for them to give you some engagement. And it's very, very simplest level. The first one is getting them to look you in the eyes. So I've got some treats here. Ocean's a very, very food oriented dog. Remember, the dog chooses the reinforcements. The treats are the easiest thing to use, whatever they find reinforcing. If it's got to be something like a tennis ball, throw a tennis ball when they're looking you in the eyes. So the idea is they'll always come back and look at you rather than the treats or your hand. Good gal, just like Ocean offered me there. Good gal. So I'm waiting for her to actually look at me in the eyes rather than looking at the treats. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm moving the treats because Ocean loves movement, she loves a chase. If your dog would prefer you to give them to her into her mouth, that's equally fine. Just like that. There you go, Ocean was expecting a chase. And then she's looking again, so I'm going to give her another one. So it makes it a lot of a softer game if you give them to her, a bit more of a chase game for the bigger dogs if you throw them for them. Good girl, good girl. So we'll move straight on to the next one. This is one that possibly needs a helper. It depends on how well your dog is at sitting still. Ocean wants to rush in for the treats, so she's got to be on a sit and a wait so that I can set this one up. So basically all we're going to do is ask them to look for treats that you've hidden just on your body. There's not many places they can be, but the dogs seem to love the idea of looking for them at any rate. So sit, wait. I'm just going to get one treat and we're going to pretend to hide it in a few places because Ocean knows this game. Make it as easy as you need to for the dog. So if you need to show them exactly where it is, do that. If you want them to have a bit more of a game, which I am for Ocean, then just pretend you've moved it in a few places and she's got to look for it. Find it. Good girl. Sit, wait, and then reset. So you can literally put it anywhere you like. You can hide it so it's a little bit hard and they've got to literally push you out of the way to get it, or so they just right on the edges and they can just, if they're brave enough to come up to you, they'll get it. It really depends on your dog on how hard you make this, but you don't want them to feel frustrated or challenged too much by it. This should just be a fun game for them and you to play together. Find it. As you see, Ocean has no worries about getting me to move out of the way so she can find it. As you can see, she's right in there. Good girl. Sit. Just do one more for her. So again, you can make it, wait, you can make it as easy as you want. You could just put it right next to your foot here. So if they're just brave enough to come up to you and take it from you, they'll get the treat. Did you find it? And that was it. It could be that easy, but they are interacting with you to play this game. Good girl. So the next one's a bit more fun for everyone. Now again, how much energy you or your dog brings to this really changes how much what this game looks like. It's called the cup game. And they're going to find the treat from under one of these cups. You can use any sort of cups. For a dog that isn't used to this game, something with a hole in the bottom so they can actually smell it, so they can cheat a bit, would be really useful, or something maybe a little bit more transparent. You could use bowls, you could use plant pots, you could use mugs. I've got a set of plastic cups which I don't even know where they came from, but we've had them such a long time. They've become dog training cups. So just spread them out. Doesn't really matter if your dog sees this. Again, really depends how challenging you want to make it for your dog, but if they're not enjoying it, if they're not winning and they don't get the game or understand it, it's not fun for them, and the whole idea of engagement is going out the window. So we need to make it so that they win. So what we do is put a treat under, move them around, and then say find it. Now the idea of this is we are helping them. So they're not pushing it over themselves, we are literally lifting them up to let them see. Good girl, you found it. Good girl, you found it. It's already gone. And sit. Sit. Good girl, just wait. So I'm trying to keep up with her and open the ones that she's asking me so that it becomes more of a game we play together than necessarily something that she's just doing herself. I'm sure it's in that one earlier. Right. Find it. Again, some dogs you'll find, like Oshi, they just knock them over. Other dogs, they'll be really timid. You've almost got to go, I'm assuming it's this one that you're looking for. So I'm going to lift it up and we'll look under it together. We'll have a little investigation together for it. And that makes it really fun for the dog as well, because you're becoming a team. And the more of a team you are, the easier it is for you to ask them to do anything else. If they're used to being a team with you, wait. Your recall becomes better. Your loose lead walking comes better. Your Oshi, wait. Everything just becomes a bit easier because they're used to looking at you for guidance and help and fun. You become their source of fun. If you are the most fun thing in their life, they will always come running to you over other dogs playing, squirrels running up trees, ducks landing in ponds. If you're more fun than that has ever been, they're going to come to you when you call. Find it. Nope. Nope. Ah, good girl. Well done. So that's the cup game. We'll move quickly on to the next one, which is one of Ocean's favourite ones. And again, we've got to limit it depending on what your dog is like. So this one, I'm going to start asking her to just come over my leg. If you've got a big dog, we can eventually put well, actually if a little dog, you don't have to lift it up so high either. So you can start doing under as well. There's a bit of discrimination there. But I'm going to show you how we're going to build it up. So the first thing you do is lure your dog over your leg. They will probably hit it with every single one of their legs to start with. You might be stuck on this bit for a while as they get used to the idea of jumping over your leg. Eventually they'll get that that's what you're after. Try and give them as big a target area as possible and then go hop. Yes. So you can start adding your cue word in when you know they're going to come over your leg. Yes, and they'll probably start jumping just as Ocean did there. You can then fade the lures out, so it's just hop, 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 and then release a treat to them afterwards. Hop, wait. Good. Hop, good. So once that becomes a bit easy for them, we can increase it a little bit. Hop, and then Ocean will start doing her little silly sideways jump. Hop, good. Hop, and hop. So she should be able to do it from both directions at that point as well. When you've got that sorted, you can go to a nice upwards knee. Ocean, come here. And hop. Yes. So I know Ocean can do this height. If you're a bit worried, you don't need to get to this height at all. Or we could do it from something else. Hop. Good girl. And this is where you can start adding that under in as well. Back up, back up. Hop. Under. Yes. So again, that one, to do the under, you can just start with luring them, wait, 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 under, luring them under your leg. You see Ocean's getting a little bit frantic now. This is her issue with being so food oriented and so athletic. She loves jumping, she loves working for treats, she loves working with me. All of these added together means an extremely excitable, frantic dog. So if you need just to take a time out at this point, do so. If they're getting so frantic you can't work with them, that's the time to stop. As you come. Good. Under. Yes. Good. Go. Good. Okay, we're back with a slightly calmer dog this time, just to show you the very last one. Now this is a great one for dogs who can get a little bit unsure in lots of ways, so you practice this one at home and you can actually take it right out into the real world as well. And if that's something that they not only enjoy doing but feel safe doing, and then you take it outside when they can get a bit worried of things, you might find they just ask you to do it. It becomes their safe space and their request for help from you. So this one's a nice easy one to teach. Again, we're going to use a lure to get her here. So I'm going to ask her to come round and under and between my legs, and we're going to stop there and a nice sit. So this is what we want. This is the peekaboo position. Some people call it a squish position. I call it peekaboo because it's cute. Good girl. And again, you can feed her treats in this position. That's so she gets used to being here and that this is a good space for her to be in. Or you can throw a treat away to reset her. So once she doesn't need the lure anymore, good, you can start adding a hand cue in for her to come up and under. Good. Good. And you might just find, if they enjoy this one, whenever you stand around with legs like this, they just push their way in. Good. Some dogs do not like this one to start with. So if they don't like the space, don't ask for it. Or you can ask them to come through your legs if they're happy with that. Just to get used to the idea of coming through somewhere. Again, it's building up trust, it's building up that bond with them. But don't force them into doing it. The more you force a dog into something, the more likely they are to rebel, basically, and dislike it. You get a conditioned emotional response of worry. So that's what we really do not want. The idea of these are just fun games that you can play with your dog. So don't force this one. Just come up with lots of just coming through the legs and straight away get something, which is fine as well. And you may well find if you keep playing this game, you get to a position where they are more than comfortable being here. And it's a really nice stable position for them as well. Lots of dogs, sports dogs, start their run like this. A lot of agility dogs, this will be where they start because it's a nice decompressed place for them to be. So this is a good one. What it also can lead on to is when you can start playing leg weaves with them. And you can have lots of fun with them coming in between your legs like that. Good girl. So those are a set of nice, easy engagement games to play with your dog. They'll start building the bond, and the reason we do engagement is because it is the best way to start building bonds. And once you start building bonds, that's when you can ask them to do, firstly, more difficult behaviours, and secondly, the dramatic increase in their ability, their latency and their speed to do things, silly little things that you think that you should be training, like drilling for, such as loose lead walking, heel work, recalls. If you've got a really, really good bond of fun and trust with your dog, these basic behaviours just take off in their abilities. So have a go at some of those and let me know what you think, and let me know if you need any other ideas or if you're having any problems with your particular dog. Good girl.